Kentucky, John Calipari's team, last year's national champion of the big dance, March Madness, dropped out of the top 25 for the first time since Calipari became coach in 09, in the 09-2010 season. They were ranked 8 2 weeks ago. They dropped from 8 to 11 and then from 11 out. Do you think this is something to be worried about if you're a Kentucky fan? Or is it just way, way too early in the college basketball season to even care?
He's got a team of freshmen again. He lost 6 guys off his roster last year. 6 guys went to the NBA. It's hard to keep a program at the top every single year when you're playing with freshmen every single year. So Calipari, it doesn't surprise me that he dropped out of the top 25 right now because he's playing with a team that he's still putting together, a team that's still learning his system, a team that's still growing. By tournament time, they'll be ready, and they're a team you're not going to want to face. Do I think they win the national title again this year? Probably not. But do I think they're a team that could make a run?
Sweet 16, probably, at least.
I could see them Elite 8.
Yeah.
I could see them making it pretty far. They have talent. It's one thing Calipari's good at is bringing in talent.
Yeah, and he finds those freshman kids, and after he's good at teaching. I'm
more worried about UNC this year than I am Kentucky at this point.
What, their sluggish start so far?
Yeah, because and they don't have as many freshmen starting. They don't have as much going on because Roy Williams has built that program.
Yeah, trust me, I'm a UNC fan, and I am with you on that one. I am not very happy with what they've put on the field so far, or on the court so far. UNC has not played very well. They are pretty average when it comes down to their defense. Offensively, they're not bad. I mean, they're not. They're 8th in points per game, 4th in rebounds per game, 3rd in assists per game. But they got a low field goal percentage, and they don't play very good defense. They lost to Indiana, which number 1 Indiana, I don't want to rip into them on that one. Now, they lost by more than they should have lost by, I think. They should not have been blown out by almost 30 points. But I don't think it's anything or that big of a deal losing to number 1 Indiana, who's playing great basketball to start the year. Losing to Butler in North Carolina, though, that's something that shouldn't happen.
That's a horse of a different color.
Yeah, you should not be losing in Chapel Hill to Butler. And I'm not trying to disrespect Butler, but in comparison of the two teams, they're just not, Butler should not be a better team than North Carolina. And the one thing that, when it comes down to tournament time, it's win and keep moving or lose and go home. There is no series. There is no, like the NBA, where you get 7 games to play the same. No. You literally get your one game to win and move on, or lose and go home. And a loss to a team like Butler is one of those things that makes you sit there and question, where do they end up when tournament time comes? I still think this is one of those teams that, when the year's said and done, you're still looking at them as one of the top 2 or 3 seeds in whatever, bracket they get placed in.
Yeah.
But from what you've seen of them, have I been impressed? No, not by far. Now, they do not have another big game until the end of December when they play number 21 ranked UNLV. Now, obviously, rankings can change by that point. But, I'm looking at their schedule right now. They only play with what the rankings are right now. They only have 5 ranked games left. 2 of them, though, against Duke. One to end the year on March 9th and one February 13th against Duke. Those are always great games, but if you go based on what you've seen so far of these two teams, I think Duke dominates them. 10, 12-point win minimum. Duke's playing really good basketball. North Carolina, not playing really good basketball right now. And I do agree. Their roster is interesting, though, because when you look at them, they're actually, like you said, they're not loaded with freshmen. They're a team that's been, this is a Roy Williams built team. They put these guys together. So, maybe he knows something we don't know, but I wouldn't be extremely, excited about them right now. or I'm not extremely excited about them, I guess is more the right thing to say. Shout out to Dexter Strickland, though. Senior guard, Broadway, New Jersey. Always root for Jersey boys. But yeah, so you got North Carolina. That's really a good point. When it comes down to the Kentucky team, it's actually the biggest single week drop from the rankings since the rankings were expanded to 25 teams in 1990. So, pretty big drop, but at the same time, I think me and you can agree, Kentucky's still there at the end when March Madness comes around. Where they go in March Madness remains to be seen, but that team's still in the
Kentucky's there like
tournaments.
Joe Buck on a Sunday.
Joe Buck, know it's going to happen, no question about it.